Alright, so today's goal is very simple. What we're gonna do today is understand how neovim plugin, which is telescope, very popular plugin, uses linked list. Okay, and we're gonna go through the source code. I haven't really read the code so far, so this live stream is very live, right? That means that we'll be going through the code base ourselves and trying to understand how it is used. Okay, just for some context, it's not like I don't know what linked list is, but I never thought that neovim plugin telescope will be using it. So let's just dive right into it. The way, actually, when I was going through one of our stream, I was going through it, and then that's where I kind of found out about, okay, there's a file called utils.py or something where they have some algorithms that they use. Okay, and one of them is, of course, linked list that they're using as a data structure. All right, drink shots. And by the way, guys, whoever is joining from YouTube, we have a chat here on Twitch. You guys can join me on Twitch live as well. And if I'm saying something from the chat, that means I'm talking to Twitch chat there. Okay. All right, drink shots. Yes, I don't drink. Ta-da! And for as a surprise, guys, Mohit has never had even a sip of drink as well, if I'm not wrong. So we are both quite same. Linked list. Let's go to linkedlist.lua. So there's a file called linkedlist.lua. I hope the background noise is not a lot. Mohit, please let me know, because they are building a building. Oh wow, that's amazing, right? What a wordplay. Okay. All right. In any case, so what we're going to go through is this linked list.lua. So just for some context, they have this Lua telescope and algos folder where they have fzy, linked list, and string distance. So next, of course, what I wanted to go through was this string distance as well. It sounds very interesting to me, to be honest. So we'll be going through that. Later on, Levenstein, of course, Levenstein's distance function, quite popular in LeetCode as well, right? That's what we use. So for those people who wonder how data structures and algorithms can be used, I think this is a really good point to start and see how they're using it, and also get your, very simple thing like how would you use these data structures in real time. Okay, cool. Okay, so we have linked list new. Laga the filter. Okay, yeah, it's too much, right? Thank you so much. Sorry. Okay, should be better now, but you will not be hearing the keyboard noise now. Okay, cool. So we have linked list new. Ops are okay, awesome. So they're just creating a new linked list with options given, track at, okay, set meta table. So they have a set meta table. I think this is an inbuilt Lua function. Yeah, this is an inbuilt Lua function, right? What does it do? Sets a meta table for the given table. If the meta table is nil, removes the meta table of the given table. If the original meta table has a meta table field, raises an error. Okay. We can view the document here as well, just setting the meta table for the given table. And in general, the tables in Lua are like arrays, right? So don't get confused. I hope I'm not wrong, but if I'm wrong, we'll increment on that. So we have set meta table. We are setting size equal to 0, head equal to false, tail equal to false. Okay. So initially, whenever you initialize a linked list, right, I think it just means that we don't have a head or tail right now. It's just size is 0, right? Track at can track a particular, I would really, this is much better because I don't know if it makes sense. Okay, can track a particular node, use to keep a node tracked at a particular index. This greatly decreases looping for checking values at this location. Okay, so if we want to track a particular node, we can use this. And what is it really? Use to keep a node tracked at a particular index. I think it's an index that it takes. This greatly decreases looping for checking values at this location. I mean, I think by looping here, they meant like going through all the indices before this index, starting from head until that, right? So I think they can just directly peek to this track at position. We'll see. And whether track node is nil because you're initializing and tracked equal to nil. Okay, so these two things I'm not sure. I mean, at least I'm not sure about tracked. What does it do? So we will see. All right, this is good. So they have set the meta table. That's what they're returning. That's it. And the returning self. Okay. And we have linked list dot index equal to linked list, and linked list is essentially just a variable. And if you see, linked list has all these functions, right? So whenever we create an array, it has append, head, IPS, iter, new, place, after, size, tail, track that. Because of the set meta table, I think that's why you've got these extra tail, head, track, it, and tracked, and all of these things. Okay. But if you see, append is a function, head is a table, because okay, head is a table which is marked as nil right now. Cool. We'll see. Then you can increment. So how do you increment, right? Whenever you edit something, you need to increment the size. That's it. That's all they are doing, and it returns the size as well. So थोड़ा सा gain increase करना है. So Mohit is saying to asking me to increase the gain so that you guys can hear me properly. Okay, I can do that. It's kind of disappointing this. I mean, it's good, but okay. Is it okay? Is it better now? Mic check. It takes some time, I think. Mic check 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it better? Cool. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, awesome. So it's all good now. So we have linked list append. FYI, we have gone through increment, right? So increment is just increasing the size, returning the new size. Okay. We have a create node function which takes an item. How you like? Okay, what's the value that's gonna be, right? And you return an item with item. Okay. Do they have? So in the linked list, what I can do is I can go to its documentation and see if there's an item. No, I didn't see. Let's see what they're doing here. They're returning an array or table, more like a table with a key as item and the value as item. Okay, so I think they're using somewhere. Yeah, over here they are using create node to create a node, and this node is a table, as I said, and it has item as any and previous is table. Okay, we'll see. We'll take a look at this. Okay, later on. So whenever you append, you first of all you incremented the size. So the final size is now size plus 1. Okay, then you create node equal to create node item. What does it do? It creates a new node with the given item value. Okay, if not self.head, then self.head equal to node. Very simple, right? If head is not present, that means the new node that you're adding is the head, right? If self.tail, then self.tail.next equal to. That means if the last, I think it's more like a linked list where you also keep a pointer to the tail pointer, right? So you have self.tail. If it is true, if it exists, then you can do self.tail.next equal to node, and node.previous equal to self.tail. I think this is fine. So you just add the node, and now this node.previous is what you will have as a tail. Wait a minute. So the next node is node itself. Okay, and node.previous. Why are we doing node.previous though? What's the node? And over here, node previous you have create table is, I think previous is just nil, and node.previous equal to cell.tail. Okay, makes sense because you want to connect to the previous point as well. It's like a doubly linked list right now. That's what I feel. So that's why you're keeping a record of next and previous. Okay, so when you add a new node, you also want to make sure tail.next will be of course the new node, but the new node should point to the previous node that was tail itself. Okay, and then you make the node itself as the tail node because that's the last node that you have added, right? And if cell.trackAt is not nil, then you final size equal to cell.trackAt, then cell.tracked equal to item. Okay, right now not concerned about this because I want to see where is it actually used, and then we'll come back to it. Okay. Mohit is asking 1k YT subs after getting to 1000 YT subs. How are we gonna celebrate it? गाएंगे साथ में या श्री रामचंद्र कृपालु भजन, और क्या भजन गाएंगे. भजन संध्या होगी शाम को हमारे साथ. वी विल डू इट टुगेदर. ठीक है, कीर्तन करेंगे और क्या. ये God level. Amit. Okay. So how do you prepend? Prepend is crazy. Why? Okay. So you're basically adding to the head itself. Okay. So there could be situations when you want to add it to the head, but just, I mean, the previous node to the head, right? So you want to not append, but prepend. Add it to the initial position. I don't want to go through this again because I think it's very simple. Here they are trying to explain it, how it works. I think it's cute because in open source they don't assume that you will know linked list maybe. I'm just kidding. I think it's just good documentation, to be honest. So what does it do? It says place item after node which is at index. So it's a very simple thing, right? Place after, you give it the index. Okay, so after this index, right, you place it, place a new node after this. Okay. Okay, Mohit, I'll save this link for later. Let me just copy it and open it here. Okay, and close it. Okay, all right. Thank you. For sure. Okay, I've saved the link. Thank you. So how are you doing it? You create a new node with item. For sure, that is fine. Okay, then you do assert node.previous is not equal to node assert. Guys, this is a lot of noise. Give me 1 second. Let me check if my windows are closed. Okay, 1 second, guys. I'm sorry, everyone. I can't help it. There's still people doing the same. It's okay. Sorry about that. A lot of noise, I know. Time for some water before I forget. Sorry. This is my favorite way to drink water. I don't know if any of you have this favorite way of drinking water. Uh, cool. Alright, so where are we? Place after index node item. So you create a node. Node.previous is not equal to node. You just check if the current node is not. So what does it mean? Okay. I see. Node.previous is not equal. When is it possible? When is it possible? How can the current node have the previous node as itself? I'm curious. Maybe I'll take a look. When is it? Let's just say, let's add a to comment here. KR Shimali. When is it possible? Okay. Just for later, we'll take care of this later on. Okay. Now we increment the size, set on increment, update tail to be the next node. If cell.tail is itself the node, what we are looking for. Okay. Why are we looking at index then? Where is the index used? I don't know. We'll see. If cell.tail, that means if the node you're looking for, after which you have to append a new node, is the tail itself, then you can just create a new node and you can point tail to that. But then after this, of course, you need to update the both pointers, next and previous. Okay, I think this is, I don't need to explain much about it. And over here, very honestly, it's confusing, I know, but what they've done is update tail to be the next node initially. And after this, they do, like, honestly, I would have done this. Okay, no, this is fine. Now, after this, what they're doing is new node dot previous equal to node. Okay, so you over here, you don't need to iterate from head to node because you are given with the node already. Ah, I see what they're doing. So you're given with the node already. So you can just do new node dot previous equal to node and new node dot next equal to node dot next because you want to insert just after the node, right? Um, yeah, all right. Perfect. And new node dot next equal to new node. I don't want to explain all this. I think this is fine. I'm not here to explain linked list. I just want to look at how these things are used. Again, same thing with cell dot track. I'm gonna skip this part until we see where is it used. Same with place before. I should be easy, right? Where we are inserting instead of inserting after node, we are inserting before. That's okay as well. Linked list iter. Do you even do this linked list function remove item? They've left a point here. I think do we remove a node in general from a linked list? I think we generally just point, I mean change the pointers, right? I mean that's the removal part. I don't know what they meant with it. Maybe they wanted to use it or something. It's not existing anymore, but okay. Iter is simple. I think they're just current node equal to head function node equal to current node. If not node, then return nil. You keep on moving to the next point and until you're done. I think return node dot item. Okay. I think they have overridden the iter function here. Okay. IPS, same with IPS. I think what they're doing is so this is, these are all the default functions of a table, right? Okay. And what they're doing is they are overriding these functions. Okay. So IPS is by default a function that you have for each table in Lua. Okay. And that's what they're doing over here. Okay. I can I do this? Yeah. If you can see right over here, this is a Lua documentation, and you see IPS is there, returns three values in iterator function, the table and 0, so that the construction for I comma. So when you iterate, right, for I comma v dot items, for example, in dictionary we do Python, right? We can get this, right? So you get these two things. I think over here what we are doing is we are returning index, we are returning the node dot item and the node itself. Okay, but that's how we will use it. Then if you see, I think later on it will come up. We will be iterating through a linked list and then this might come up. Okay, that's why they're using it. Let me open this as well. Instead of going through all the last function we have is truncate. I again don't want to go through this again. It's more like explaining linked list right now, right? So this is done, right? The next point is how would you understand? So how is it used, right? That's the whole point. Okay, on the right you can see, guys, that what are the functions we have for linked list, right? If not, let me know. That's it. Now let's actually search for linked list. Okay. तेरी होके मरा चंद जान करा. They have tests here. I'm not really curious about tests right now. We'll take a look at them later. I remember that entry manager was something that was using it. I only see entry manager using it. So what I can do is I can convert into a quick fix list using our amazing neovim config. uh, I'll keep on saying this thing. Neovim is the best. No, I'm kidding. I'm not kidding. Okay. It's okay if you want to use VS Code. It's okay. It's not okay. Anyways, okay, sorry. So we have a linked list importing from telescope.telgos.linklist and you're importing it here. You have an entry manager. We'll have to see how this entry manager is used later on, but it's okay. Just a reminder that we're using it for telescope, okay? Just keep that as a reminder, okay? Let's see, where is it used? So we have link states, track at max results, set meta table. We have entry manager, creating entry manager, log.trace, info equal to info on this, info.loop, info.inserted, info.find loop. State consists of entry comma score. Stored directly in a table, accessed is 1 or 2, okay? The point is, what does it mean? State contains entry and score. Okay, I'm not sure what does it mean. But over here, you see that we are saying track at max results. So entry manager has a thing. I think that's where is it used. Because if you want to go here and here, right? So the fastest way, I think going between like these results, okay guys, if anyone is here, you can talk to me about it. But you know, when you want to go from A to B and then you want to go back to A, let's say, or you want to go to E, but you want to go to just the previous one. See, how does it work? Right now, if I'm open the results, if I want to move up, sorry, if I want to move up, I can do this, right? Now this is a circular linked list, if you understand what I'm doing. I'm going from top to the bottom by just hitting up, like it doesn't raise a negative index error and all, right? In arrays, you can't go from 0 to the last index. But in linked list, you can do this, that you can have a pointer from head to tail as well later on. Or you can just, if say you're at head, if you want to move before, you can point to tail again, right? And but over here, it does make sense if you want to use W linked list. And you see what's happening, right? You guys understand where it could be used? I am guessing that's where it is used, but we'll see. So linked list, link states is equal to linked list new, track at equal to max results. Again, we'll come back to it later. Now, where is this link states used? Because that's the one it's using it. I think that's the only one that is using. So num results equal to link states dot size, get container entry manager dot get container, it says index. And here you guys, you see, we had, so when implementing linked list, we had done this. Let me open the linked list on the right. Yes, let me know if my photo is kind of stopping you from reading the code, and then we can do it. Okay, let's go to linklist.lua. Over here, let's go to iter. So you see, let me go down. So this function, right? This function over here, we had overridden iter method, right? And this is what it does. And now we are using it here. For value in self.linkstates.iter, we are doing count equal to count plus 1. And we are doing if count equal to index, then you return value. And what does the value mean? As you see that it returns the node.item. So it just returns what is the value. It doesn't return the node itself, because of course maybe they want to use it somewhere. Also, I just realized my back is not straight, which is not good. So I should keep my posture good. Okay, that's it. All right, so that's one important thing. Then you have function entry manager dot get entry. Okay, here you go, right? You guys see? Now that's where we can understand what does it mean. We are saying get container. I don't know right now what does it mean with container, but we'll see. We are saying get entry equal to index, and we are doing get container index of 1. Okay. But get container just returns the value, right? And what is the value? Value is node.item, I guess. Return function. Okay, we'll have to see help table.iter is no. Okay, let's look at iter here. Wait a minute, guys. I'm gonna get to. I'll have to look at the documentation of iter and then try to understand it. Oh no, I will not get. Where's this is all writer. I can't find it. Why? Is it something different? Is it not a, okay, maybe it is not. But my guess was it returns a value, but maybe I'm wrong here. No dot item it returns. Okay, and maybe the item is not, we'll see what the item is actually, because it's possible the item is not really a simple integer and all, right? It could be a complex structure, maybe a tuple or something. We'll see. So we're doing self dot get container index, and we're doing 1, and we're get score. If you want to get score, we are doing 2. Get ordinal, we are doing, I have no idea what does it do actually. Find entry self dot info for container itself linked list dot data. If container 1 equal to entry. What's entry here? Entry is saying, okay, if you can find the entry, if container 1 equal to entry, then info dot find loop equal to info dot find loop plus count. Okay, not relevant here. Return count. So you're trying to find the entry, update score from tracked. Okay, now this is quite puzzled. Insert container before. All these things I understand they're using typical. You see, here they're using place before, and here they're using place after, right? Oh, I hope you guys can see. Let me go back to cat. I don't know if it's easier this way, but this is what I meant, right? You guys can see this line of code, right? Set entry, and then they are doing place after. They are changing the entry point, is it? Anyways, I think we have to take a look at what does this entry manager do. Worst acceptable score, new container, short circuit for bad scores. They never need to be displayed. Just save them. We'll deal with them later. Short circuit for first entry. I think what I said, right? What I said, for example, here, this was the last point where I was at right now, right? So I think this is where it's doing it. I think so. Let's say if I'm trying to search for something, let's say Kush, maybe cash money, right? So I think this is where it is. If there's a new entry to the list, they stole the states already where it was before, so that they don't have to recalculate them, I guess. Or maybe not. We'll see. I'm not sure as well. Then they have this entry manager iter combined here. You go to all the linked states, return function val equal to iterator. If val, then return val of 1. Okay. I understand nothing out of it. If anyone does, let me know. But let's go to entry manager and let's see where is it used. I see. There you go, right? As I said, I believe that it was used in pickers. So what you saw before, right? For example, here, now this is a picker that you see, right? And this is what they're using as a entry manager. Picker.manager equal to entry manager new, picker.max results, picker.entry header, and picker.starts. Okay, let's see what does it do. What does picker.manager do is what our goal is. And if they are doing edge case starting in normal mode and not having run a search means having no manager instantiated. Wait, what does it mean? Sorry guys. Edge case is there starting in normal mode. So let's say if I'm starting in a normal mode, this is not a normal mode, by the way. I can type something, right? This is not a normal mode. In Vim, normal mode is when you can't type immediately. You are basically, when J and K are basically the cursors for you, okay? You can go up and down. That's what it means, okay? So edge case is this starting in normal mode and not having run a search means having no manager instantiated. If picker.manager, okay, what does it do? If picker.cache picker.limit entry is greater than 0. If picker.manager, that means if it's already instantiated. Link states truncate picker.cache picker.limit entries. Guys, we need to understand what does picker manager do. Picker.manager is an entry manager with new picker.max results. What did it take, by the way? It takes max results, it takes set entry, it takes info. Okay, info is picker.stats. Set entry is picker.entry header. I think this is a method they're passing over here, is it? Entry header. Yeah, we'll take a look at it later on. And current prompt equal to get prompt, all this. This is fine. Now let's see where's manager used. Can we add a cleanup or teardown function that completely removes this? These. I mean, you can, sure. Okay. Resume picker, self.manager iter, self.entry header, resume previous picker. Exactly right. You index equal to 1, entry equal to this, true, index equal to index plus 1. Okay, I'm trying to understand. So what does it do? Let's say if you're trying to search something. Let's say I was here. Yes, by the way, Mohit, is there a lot of noise in the background? Is it disturbing you all? Is it like coming to you? Anyone can help me with it? Anyone in the chat? No, right? Oh, thank you, Parul. Thank you. It's fine. Okay, okay, okay. Should I reduce the gain? Is it a lot? Ah, yeah. Can't help it living in India. I mean, there are pros and cons, guys. Like they hit that iron thing so hard now. I don't know what they're trying to. They could be very smooth with it, right? Let's start and done with it. No, they can't do it, right? That's not how it works. Okay, cool. There are a few things that we need to understand. Now I need to get my iPad and we need to write a few things after this. Okay. For now, let's go through the code. All right. Thank you so much, by the way, both Mohit and Parul. We have for entry in self.manager.iter, we do self.entry adder, index entry, and what are you doing? Entry header, index entry, and the third item is not used, which is insert, index and entry and insert. The third is unused. I see. So why do they have it? Why do you guys have it if you're not using it? Why? Wait, does that mean maybe I'm missing something here? Probably. Definitely I'm missing something. Alright, so cell.entry header and then you do index plus 1. Okay. And what does entry header do? You guys can see the code, right? Handler for when entries are added by self.manager, right? And you see picker.entry header, entry header. If not entry, then you return. Get row, index row. If it's less than 0, then we don't need to show it at all. Weird row. Then you have display highlights, resolve, whatever they are doing. Okay, okay, okay. I see. Does it mean? I think it just means that you're trying to add an entry. Uh, what does it do? Okay, let's look at it again. Entry adder, handler for when entries are added by self.manager. The index to add entry. Come on, just define an entry for. Okay, maybe I'm missing something. Alright, so what do we have? We are doing get row of index. We are getting the row. Okay, what does it do? I think get row returns take an index and get a row. Yeah, in the table you're getting a row from there for the particular index. If the index is less than 0, when can it be? Is it even possible? Oh, you're doing index minus 1. Oh, so rows are 0 indexed and index is 1 indexed. So that's when it can happen. No, it cannot happen, right? Oh, but you can do self.max results minus index. And self.max results could be 0 and index could be 1. That's the only case, is it? Then we don't need to show it at all. If row is less than 0 on entry weird row, return. So we'll not show it. Okay. Local display highlights, entry display dot resolve self.entry. They're getting display from the weird entry display dot resolve. What does it do? Again, not a thing we need to read right now. We'll skip this part. This is just 2 steps to manage this stuff. Okay. This stuff, is it? Maybe someday we can use extra ext marks or floaty text or something to draw this and not insert here. Until then, insert 2 spaces. So getting entry prefix, display equal to prefix dot dot and display. And I think this is essentially 2 spaces, is it? Yeah, I think they are taking an option value, entry prefix, whatever you want, right? I think with my case, I have an icon over here and no other entry prefix, maybe, if I'm not wrong. Where was I? Yeah, I was here, right? So we have added this to the prefix. Sorry, we have prepended this to the display, and then we have done increment displayed. Now what do you do? I think, oh, increment the count of the tracked info. Okay, that's fine. Not really concerned here. Offset equal to insert and 0 or 1. Mm-hmm. Crazy, crazy stuff. On entry invalid buffer. Does this every get called? Does this every get called? Does this ever get called? Oh, wow. That was tricky. Can I do a git blame on this, please? I really want to know. Oh, sorry. Uh, TJ, yeah. Anyway, I need to talk to him. No, it's all good. I think my small typo there. I had a feeling it's TJ. That's why I did this. Anyways, he's too good. Line count equal to nvim buffer line count self dot results buffer number. If row is greater than line count, then of course you return as well. When can it happen? If line count for the given buffer, if the given row is greater than line count. Okay, I think I'm misunderstanding a row here. And if you're insert, then sorting strategy equal to descending because you want to insert after it, is it? Set line self dot results buffer number. A line range in the buffer. Okay, just puts an empty set. Okay, I think results buffer, this number. So this is essentially a buffer because every time you open this as well, this is a buffer, I think, right? So this has a buffer number associated to it, if I'm not wrong. Okay, this whole window that you see of picker, right? So I think that's where it is used, but we'll see further. What do we understand, right? Set okay message. I don't want to go through this now. Display highlights, HI display. I see. Okay. Let's say if I'm searching for KR Shimali, I think it just display highlights. Maybe that that's what it's referring to. Update prefix equal to entry row highlight one row. Yeah, I think that's where is it. It's highlighting, right? Uh, let's look at highlight one. Highlight the entry corresponding to the given row. So you see what it means. Let's see. So over here, even this current uh, row is highlighted. I think that's what it means. We can add a few logs and all. We can try to run this. Okay, if you guys want, let's do it actually. Okay, after this. This pretty much only fails when people leave new line in the results. So we'll clean it up for them if it fails. I see. Cool. This is the end of this function, entry adder. So far from what I understood is like my very first question is what is an entry? That's what I don't understand. So we'll have to see when this entry is getting called. I think one we can do just for debugging. Printing entry. Okay, so let's try to print just entry for it and let's see what does it give us, right? So I can do print. They have print entry. Don't tell me they have it. No, yeah, right? That's why it's lower, right? I can do print entry and I can do entry. I can do this. Why? 2 is fine, right? Yeah, I don't know why it was failing. Cool. Sorry. Okay, this is done. Let's try to just read a neovim. Okay, and we'll see what's the entry. Okay, so let me open a search window with KR Shimali. You see, attempt to concatenate local entry, a table value. It's a table value, can't print it. Can I just do print entry? Because a string cannot be concatenated to a table. That's what it meant. Yeah, you see the table, it just prints the address because of course it's a table, right? Now what you want to do, see, I'll just show it for you, right? So now this is very tricky. This is happening a lot. Okay. So entry address is getting called a lot. Whenever I was typing, if you guys see one thing, when I start doing this, I type K. You guys see one thing? Now I removed it. K is still there, but now the address is changing. RSHRIMALI. So every time the address is changing. So I guess every time you add an entry to it, every time you add a character to it, I think this is where it's happening. This is what entry is over here. This is my मुझे भी यही चाहिए. क्या चाहिए आपको? So Mohit is saying he also wants this thing. What do you want? Entry header. Oh, you want it. You want in that project that you were mentioning, URL one. So every time you type, it auto completes Yeah, I see. Bro, the kind of understanding we have, right? You don't have to say everything and I will understand everything. Amazing. I'm so good. You're also good, but okay. God level. Amazing. Okay, what does the uh, link list? What does it return? Yeah, note. It returns note.item, right? I'm very curious. Can I get the value? First of all, I need to entry dot. Okay. Does it have display? Okay. I don't mind. Nvim Lua. Okay, I need to keep my back straight. Otherwise, it doesn't look good. Okay. I need to be like this. But it's not easy. I need to have this. Okay. Anyways, yeah, let it be. This is fine. Okay, it returns a function. This is a function. You should have told me about. Okay. Attempt to index local entry. A nil value. Oh. If not entry, let's do it here. Print. Okay, let's do this. Print entry was nil. Okay. Ah. Attempt to index local entry. Find a field with message. Drink water. Highlighted the message. Thank you so much. I'll drink water with my style. Don't look at me. All I guess done. I am not uploading this video on YouTube either, by the way. This is not going to YouTube. This is gonna stay here. I'm not turning my video again. I'm not turning it on again ever. Okay, so entry was nil. That's what it says. There's failing. Guys, is there a display entry display dot resolve? I think this is where I can just get it right. They're doing weird entry and entry. Oh, I actually, you know what? Let's get the row. And also, I would need entry, but I will need instead of this. Can I get the display? Not here. Maybe here. Okay, let's get display. Cool. All right, let's search for KR Shimali. You see? Okay, guys, you see this now. Okay, are you guys here? Mic check 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so you see what's happening. Display is what it wants to show. So over here, when I search for KR Shrimali or net, let's not search for KR Shrimali, okay? I'm gonna search for K. I'm not here, I know. So over here, you see whatever is getting highlighted. Display is printing that in the bottom. You guys can see this. Display readme.md, they can take different forms. I think, wait, let me go for this one. Let me search. Okay, that's not getting highlighted. Okay, can you please open this? They can, okay, I need to go to the last search. It says a sorter is called by the picker on each item returned by the finder. That's the message. Wait, what's the last message? And that's a lot, by the way. I think there are a lot of displays to show, right? Because every time you type, okay, can you just go to the bottom? It's a sorter is sorted called by picker. Okay, so let's open this. Let's type again KR Shimali. Okay, it's recording. Wait, let me open it again. Sorry, let me just type K. It says display telescope results field. So let's search for this telescope results field. So that's what it wanted to highlight. Okay. Now next time if I'm trying to search for KR Shrimali, it says in the bottom it says display as Lua telescope algos linklist.lua to do KR Shrimali. When is it possible? Now let's see what is the display highlights. Okay. Let's see this instead. Oh, it's a table value, is it? What is display highlights here? Display highlights is increment display function entry.display. If type display equal to string, yeah, I want it to be a string, right? Oh, display highlights. Oh, I see. Sorry. So how do I print this dot? Maybe, uh, can I do dot to string? Is there a thing called this? Oh, that works. Let me see. Yeah, there's nothing like, oh, I need to check if not display uh highlights, then okay, let's do this instead. Sorry. Okay. All right, let's go. Oh, sorry. Let's go here. Okay, our attempt to call string. Yeah, display highlights doesn't work like this. Maybe. Let's do for. No, I don't think this will work. Can I just do k comma b in display highlights dot pairs? No, can I do iter? Do Yeah? Can I just do this instead? And I can do print display highlights. Cool. Now let's see this, right? I'm gonna search for something. Attempt to call field. What's happening? Am I doing it wrong? Display highlights. Attempt to call field. Iter a nil value. Hmm. So is it? Oh, iter is not there, right? It's IPS. Sorry, because iter is not by default in table, I guess, and that's why it was failing. Let's see. A nil value. I don't know what it means. Where is it even used, by the way? Display highlights. Cell dot highlighter. Hi display. Okay. Can I search for this function? It's here, right? If not, or if or vim the table is empty, you do that, and then you try to get the. Okay, if you guys see how they're handling display highlights. So when you this is the bug that made my highlight fixes not work. We will leave the solution commented so the test fails. If not display highlights, if it's nil or the table is empty, you don't do anything. I think that's where I was going wrong, because I was checking right over here. I should also do this. Um, if and vim dot table is empty. Maybe this will fix the error. Let's see. Yeah, it fixes it, right? Okay, cool. And there's no display highlights getting printed, I think. Cool, yeah. So we were not checking whether the table is empty. So display highlights were empty. Cool, right? Nice. And then we go through them. Same thing, IPS we do. HL block, and then we try to add highlight to it. Now I'm very curious, why does it not work? What does display highlights do anyways? It should be, because it already highlights KR Shimali on the top, right? If you see when the result comes, it's searching for KR Shimali. So KR Shimali is highlighted thereafter to do. So that in that way I know what's happening, right? But I'm very curious that why does it not return display highlights? So for that, let's look at resolve. Maybe let's look at wait. Is the Yeah, this is the function, right? So what does it do? If entry.display equal to function, increment display function, you get entry display, and then you return it. Mm, Here I think they mentioned developers.md entry maker. Wait, have they mentioned entry manager? Entry maker is a function used to transform an item from the finder to an internal entry table which has a few required keys. Display. Okay, can I search for linked list here? Link states. Do you have entry manager? Do you have manager? Do you have picker? The noise. I'm very curious. Were you guys able to hear that noise? Nahi, oh god, thank god. Actually, I need to start using NVIDIA Broadcast Pro. I can't do my streaming without it. There will be a slight lag, but the way they are hitting that iron sheet or something, crazy. Anyways, so where were we? We were trying to understand what does it do. So far, we have understood this thing. Let's go to again message. Right, you see, it gets us the row, okay, and it's increasing. Hmm. Row 0, row 0, row 0, right. Here, Kiyashiman is only 1. I think they have a gap as well. If I do KR, if I do K, okay, let me actually close it and do it again. I'm very curious. Okay, sorry. Hey, exit please. NVIM Lua. Okay, okay. I want to just see how many entries were there. Yeah, there were many. So I think it just so entry manager is basically adding an entry to the whole table. I see. That's why it was you guys get the point? You guys see what it's trying to do? So whenever you're adding an entry to it, right? That's how they're managing linked list as well. Guys, come on, let's go. So whenever you add an entry to this, the row is added, see, and display text is shown. So the way I understood this is now this is a whole empty buffer. Message is there, there's nothing over there in message, okay? Now when I do this, I type K, okay? And now I will open message for you. You see what's happening here? See, all the results that were there, they're individually added to the like as an entry because that's an entry. I think that's what they meant. Okay, so that's what they're doing over here, and I can just probably just skip now understanding, trying to understand this part. Now I know what entry header does, right? So this is what entry manager new takes in as an entry header, and now we can go back and try to understand. Telescope changelog table. You saw it somewhere. I can I get message? Is there a way to look at message? Message? No, there's no way. Uh, telescope changelog table. नहीं ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. It's like I mean, कहाँ देखा तूने? Where did you find it? Are you just asking ऐसा randomly or did you see it somewhere? Cool. Meanwhile, I'll just go to new. So now we can go to entry manager, right? I think entry manager था क्या? एक जगह. It's okay. It's okay. I think might be something different. We can go back to it later on. Okay. So now what they're doing is they're creating an entry manager. They take max results, okay? And just as a reminder, what we can do, we can open the previous buffer array. Over here, let's close this one. Let me open pickers.lua. Where is it used? So, okay, let me get this here. So, okay, just see the usage of it, right? So max results we are getting there. Max results we are getting there, okay? K करके कुछ किया था. Yeah, I did K. But what does that table appear is like basically all the logs that you print. Explicitly printing, you can do message and you can see it. We can go and see where did you see it, but for now let's continue with your permission, sir. So whenever we are creating an entry manager, what does it do? It has a function entry header which will keep taking an entry and it will keep on adding it. Okay, so that's what this set entry does. So set entry is a function here. Max results is what they have as a simple, I don't know, just a limit to it maybe. That's how many number of results you want to show at a time, right? State contains list of entry and score. So what is an entry and what's the score? I think score by that they mean like when you do a fuzzy search or something, right? You have a score that okay, this is the 100% match, this is 90% match. So I think they have a score there. Store directly in a table. Access is 1 or 2. So when you do 1, that's what it means. It's returning the entry to it. So remember we were doing get container or something, right? I remember this. Maybe it was an entry manager itself, but we are doing get container 1 and get container 2. Okay, guys, I have an important call to take. I'll just pause the recording and BRB. Okay. All right. Sorry. Sorry, Celine. I had a very important call. Can you hear me, guys? Can you guys hear me now? Sorry. Hi. Thank you so much for the raid. Uh, I apologize for the delay. I was on this call. I had to cut the call. And I'm like, no, I can't ignore the raid. At least the viewers I need to address. And he's back. Yes, I'm back. Duh. Okay, just to give you a brief idea what we are trying to do, we were going through LinkedList and we are going through the neovim telescope plugin, and we are trying to understand how they use the data structure. So far, we have understand that whenever you search for something and you want to add a new entry to it in the picker, entry manager is used, and entry manager essentially uses linked list. Okay, because it's a really good way to use a dumply linked list when you search for something, right? And let's say if I'm, let's say small thing, I'm searching for k, um, and over here you can go back and like next as well. So having a next pointer, previous pointer helps a lot. So that's what we were trying to do over this time. Well, I'm now back from Edwards. Thank you so much for the raid, by the way. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Hope you are doing fine and hope you had a good stream as well. For those who are new, they can please follow if you want. There's no force at all. You know me, not a typical streamer. I'm trying to be. Pleased to meet you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And by the way, yeah, what were you working on in your stream, if I can ask? And thank you so much for the follow as well, Celine. The person who rated followed me the first. That's just good to know. I We were doing Rust by example. I see. The Rust book, is it? That's cool. Uh, I've been doing a lot of Rust lately. I think it's been 2 years now. Rust, the official documentation is really nice if you want to start with it, right? But my VTuber avatar started overloading, so I needed to raid out. The VTuber thing, right? I don't know how to do it. I think it's all cool. It's very cool. I wish I could do it one day, but yeah, I'm still learning. I've been mostly just putting my videos out on YouTube. So if you guys want to check it out, please feel free. I think there are a lot of Rust projects that I've been doing. I've tried learning Rust a few times, but it's always been rough for me to track the ownership system. I think just in your stream, right, when you talk about it, try to put some examples, and let the linter break, let the compiler break, and try to do it again. Because when I started off as well, it was very difficult for me to put try to understand ownership. How does it work? Okay, where is it owning? Why is it breaking? Why do I need to put this A and all these symbols, right? It was very confusing for me, but when I started working on a project, then I understood, okay, where is it required? Why do I need it? So not everything can be theoretically understood, right? I just need to beat my head against it a few times until it clicks. Yeah, I mean, that's how it works in general, right? It's very difficult initially when you start, but you stay consistent, keep on working, it will be fine. But ownership system is actually very complicated in Rust. I think maybe for the good part, they just kind of overcomplicated the theory part of it. I just feel, I mean, my personal opinion, but coming from different languages, it's not easy to understand. Like at least for a beginner, it's not fairly simple. You could be a reverse VTuber, do a VTuber reveal, and then re-debut yourself. Value Sip, thank you so much. First time chat. Thank you for joining. It's a good idea. I have no idea what VTuber, how does it even work? What do I need to do it? I literally have no idea, and like it's been 3 years since I've been doing YouTube. I only have 940 subscribers, so and around 133 videos uploaded and a lot of live streams as well. So you can see how fairly quick I grow in my channel. So I the thing is I always wanted to just keep learning and keep growing, and I never thought I'll be able to learn all these things. Vanam is here. Vanam is probably the person who has helped me grow this channel from the starting. He's also a good friend. He keeps on saying these things, but I never acknowledge enough. Hopefully one day I'll understand how to do it. Yeah, but thank you so much guys for joining. It's a pleasure that other streamers support each other on Twitch. I think that's the best part of Twitch. I haven't seen it on YouTube, honestly. There's no rate system, of course, there, but people still don't collaborate much as Twitch. So good to see you all here. We can continue, right? All right, so where were we? We were here at entry manager, right? So we understood that whenever a new entry is added to the picker, this entry manager, this entry header is called. Okay, this entry header is called. Okay, now the next point is how is this entry manager used? Okay, that's what I wanted to learn. So of course, this thing they're doing when you want to resume. Celine says, and I like getting to meet new people with similar interests. Time for me to take care of some other things. Though hope it goes well. Thank you so much for joining again. Thank you so much for the raid, and I really appreciate your time and efforts. Hope you have a good day as well. Take care. Velusip says YouTube even removed the channel sections from profiles, even more dependency on the algorithm. Yeah, the quote unquote algorithm, right? I don't know what they want, right? They should by now understand if Twitch starts supporting uploading videos. Dude, YouTube is in serious competition there, right? Just because uh, I think the television's part where YouTube opens by default is a trick that Twitch needs to solve. Um, but I think Twitch is there and they're doing really, really well. Just the whole point of having YouTube videos 13 years back, 17 years back, that's where Twitch is not wanting to compete right now. So they have their own unique selling point, USP, right? It's live streams only, so it's good. But yeah, YouTube sucks for live streamers right now, very honestly. Yeah. And just to be able to clickbait, I don't get it. I mean, I don't mind people doing it, to be honest, because if you have to play the game, play it well. That's what I say. If there's a game that needs to be played, you need to be good at it. But I can't do it right now because I I fear that part of myself who might start getting attached too much to this algorithm and the whole game, that I might lose myself in the whole process, right? I might change as a person because once I start getting attention from all these games that I play, I will probably I'm afraid that I might get addicted to all the views and comments and all. So unless until I'm strong enough to say that okay, no, none of this thing matters to me. I just wanted to be myself. It's a it's okay to accept your weaknesses and try to work on them, right? I don't think it's a shame to do that, right? Yeah. And thank you so much again for all the viewers, all the new viewers. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And thank you for the followers as well, whoever is following me. And if you have not, please consider no force at all. All right, so what we're doing is self.manager header for each line, for each entry, right? We are doing entry header. That's where it's happening, right? When you do resume again, you go through all the entries again, then you try to add them. Okay, very simple. You go through all the. I think that's what it's doing. So see, uh, if you go back, let me show you this thing. Okay, I can actually explain this by an example. In header over here, right? What we are doing when we do current node, right? Let me print this node for you. Node.item. Okay, so I'm gonna print this node item for you, and I can say node item. I hope it's printable. I don't know. We'll see. So whenever you're trying to resume, right? Let's say I search for something K. Yeah, it's a table. Can I just do node.item print node.item? Can I do this? Or I can actually do current node. What's the current node? Current node has, yeah, it's item, right? But I think item is a display text or something. But anyways, I can quickly check here if I do this K, right? So this now if I do message, right? The node item is basically a table, right? It gets printed, right? All good. But if I do it again, sorry, if I resume, you see what's doing? It got all the entries again, and then it showed to the picker. So that's what it does. It goes through all the entries and then tries adding them back using entry header. So that's what was happening essentially. Okay, so that's why it is used. Cell.manager.iter, you go through them again, you do cell.entry header. I can actually show it here as well, adding entry, and I can do display, display highlights. I don't need display. I think I can do entry display dot. Oh, I need entry display as well. I can just keep on saying entry for now. So let's do it again. Okay, I'm searching for K. Okay, this is fine. But let's say if you do this, and let me do message again. So you will see adding entry being displayed. Let me go back, go down, go down. Come on, you can do it. Should I keep going down? Okay. Let me search for Kayashimani instead. Sorry. I think it's gonna be easier. do I see? Okay, I need to open this again. I think message. This is not resume. Let's resume. Yeah, it should actually print it for me. But the message is huge. Maybe I need to get rid of the message that I edited before. But anyways, I think you all got the point. What I meant was right. So after this resume is complete, this is done. Now where is the manager used? Where else is the manager used? I think that's where doing get meta table ops table entry manager. This is fine. This is fine. Not really relevant. Is done. If not cell.manager, then return true. Okay. Check if the picker is no longer in use. If the picker is no longer in use, then self.manager will be nil as well, is it? Okay. Then it's done. So that's how they're checking, by the way. And you do num results. You again use num results for it. It's a simple thing. Worst line, that's fine. Cell.manager get entry, this is fine. Num results is fine. Number of total results in the linked list, right? That's what it's returning, so it's fine. Entry manager should have a bulk setter. This can prevent a lot of redraws from displays. Yes. Yes, you see, this is what I meant. Because each entry is added once, one at a time, and that can actually be very slow. So if anyone is into data structures, this is a thing that you can do. You can have a bulk setter where you put, actually not even bulk if you don't want to do it that way. You can have a batch setter. You can set a batch size and you can keep on pushing the entries 4 at a time, 8 at a time, and no matter like it would be very, I mean, fast. It will, of course, redraws from display will be better because every time you're pushing it, the next entry comes in, it's gonna redraw because the way UI works, right? That's how it works. So, I mean, if anyone wants to contribute, it's a good point to pick up. And if you think you're good in data success, sure, go ahead. Yeah. So these things are good. I mean, I think that's good enough for today. We went through all these things, how it's used and all. The next stream will go through it in detail and try to understand how it works. Okay. For now, I think it's a good work done. I have to continue that call. It was kind of urgent, so I need to hop off from the string. But thank you so much for being here, everyone who has followed me. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Value Sip, Celine, for being here, and Celine for the raid as well. And thank you for being in the chat. Venom, Parul was here. If anyone else is here, I missed out. Please say hi in the chat. At least that's something we can do before leaving. Can we do that? Hey, hi, Venom. Thank you, Venom 98. Thank you so much, Parul, for being here. Thank you, Venom. Thank you. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. Take care. Hope you have a good day, good night, good evening, whenever you're watching this. I should have paused my YouTube recording, but I did not. I'm seriously a bad YouTuber. Okay. Take care, everyone. Thank you so much. Okay. I need to stop. Bye.